Folks be making married decisions without actually getting married. Stop having unprotected hunching with somebody who you are not prepared to have a child with. Your uterus should be the most important organ on your body and should be the most guarded organ on and in your body. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Miss Amarachi. Welcome back to my unfiltered episodes or my unfiltered thoughts on Blue Therapy, which is the couples therapy show that's on Netflix. I done already been through Mike and Yasmin, Dami and Jermaine, Carmen and Junior, and Debbie and Kelvin. If you want them reviews, go ahead and just go watch them, Jones. Go watch them, Jones. But right now, we finna get into Vic and Mari, because they was also pissing me off. Both of them. Another couple playing house, shacking up. Vic and Mari been dating for 7 years. Every 3 years, Vic give Mari a promise ring. Mari been under the impression that the promise ring is a promise for marriage. Vic is now telling her, I don't even want to get married. So what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Y'all are shacking up. And here's where they messed up even more. Y'all went and started a business together. And y'all not even married. And see, this is what I'm saying. Folks be making married decisions without actually getting married. Vic was the one, if y'all saw my review when I talked about my overall issues, specifically with folks saying marriage is not that deep. Mainly it was Vic that was irritating me because he was the one saying it. He was the main one asking Mari, if I marry you tomorrow, will your love change for me? Will it get more? Will you love me more? No, so what's the purpose? I don't see a point in getting married because that's not what I want to do. I think everybody else wants me to get married because they want me to get married, but what if I don't want to get married? Meanwhile, Mari is literally sitting here saying, I want to be married. This would make me happy. And that's why I said, like, folks be looking at marriage like it's a piece of paper when in actuality it's not. It's not. It's actually more than that. Do you know how much benefit you can get out of being married? Do you know that you have to be married in order to do certain things and to have certain things, right? Heaven forbid you are on your deathbed. Your next of kin is usually your husband or wife. What's going to happen? So let's say, Vic, you had a traumatic brain injury. You and Mari have already decided that if a doctor determines that you are brain dead, Mari, pull the plug. I don't want to suffer anymore. That's what you and Mari have talked about, right? Okay, fast forward. You are now in a coma and the doctor says, we're so sorry, but Vic is brain dead. There's nothing more we can do for him. Mari says, all right, well, we talked about this. Pull the plug. His mom says, you're not pulling the plug on my son. He will stay there and he will come out of the coma. You, Mari, Vic, Mari is now saying, no, we talked about this. Mari, the doctor's looking at Mari like, well, we're so sorry, but you have no right to him. You are not his wife. His mama is his next of kin. His daddy's next of kin. And if he decides this, if they decide that they want to keep him on the plug, they're going to keep him on the plug. It's the same thing that happened in Diary of a Mad Black Woman. The mistress lady was like, oh, pull the plug on him. And the wife said, no. And the mistress talking about, oh, well, da-da-da-da-da-da. And then Tyler Perry was like, well, legally, that's still his wife. So the doctor said, oh, well, legally, you have the final say. And the mistress girl got mad. You can't get mad. Because that little piece of paper would have decided or helped make sure that the decision that y'all had together actually came true. But instead, someone else gets to make that decision. Because you didn't want to sign a piece of paper. You didn't want to do... Crazy word. Crazy word. Oh. Then Mari You going wedding dress shopping with your best friend, and your best friend like, girl, you're crazy, you need to leave. And you sitting here talking about it's not that easy. And then your friend said, what would you tell me to do? And you said, oh, I would tell you to leave. So which one is it? Is it easier to stay in a relationship knowing that you want an outcome that's not going to happen? Or is it easier to leave? Because in my opinion, I would rather leave a relationship than stay in a relationship hoping an outcome is going to come when it's not going to come. It's not going to come. And you know how I know it's not going to come? Because at the end, after their 5-month recap, Vic said his mind has not changed about marriage. His opinion has not changed about marriage. So Mara, you're going to continue to be a business partner? So it's okay to join paperwork when it comes to business partners. It's okay to join finances when it comes to running a business. It's okay to live together and join when it comes to living together. But marriage is where y'all draw the line. And that's why I be saying, y'all be throwing me left when it comes to y'all thoughts about marriage, because a lot of decisions that y'all be making be life-altering and life-changing decisions. But when it comes to marriage, that's when y'all run, not knowing that you could actually just sign a prenup. Because I think that's really what it be. That's what it be. The problem be that y'all be scared that y'all are going to lose whatever little you think you're coming into the relationship with, when y'all can make it very plain and very simple, very easy. And this is coming from somebody who, I don't plan on getting a divorce, but I also don't care about signing a prenup. Simple. Everything you came in with, you leave with. Everything I came in with, I leave with. Anything that was acquired or attained while we were together either gets split in half monetarily, sold off, and the proceeds split in half, or if we can, amicably decide what goes to you and what goes to me, right? So if we got 6 TVs in the house, we don't got to sell the 6 TVs. We can amicably decide that I'll take 3 and you'll take the 3 downstairs. The end. Prenup. The only cause for this prenup to be null and void is cheating, because infidelity will be in there. And if it happens, I take 95% of everything and you leave with 5%. If we are to get a divorce, the children will be split 50-50 unless either parent is not able to do that, in which we will let the courts decide. The end. People be thinking that prenups are this long, like, just crazy thing. A prenup could be 1 page. But instead, y'all would rather do marriage things than not get married. Vic and Mary break up immediately. I've gone through everybody except Daisy and Jay. And I left Daisy and Jay last because Daisy made the smartest decision of every woman thus far, which was leaving that boy right where he was at, in the dust. Daisy and Jay, I forgot how long they was dating. They have a child. Daisy found out she was pregnant while they was on a break. Jay and Daisy at first didn't want to keep the child, but after a while, Daisy decided that she was going to keep the baby because she didn't want to, that conviction, the conviction was killing her, she didn't want to unalive a child. Once again, stop having unprotected hunching with somebody who you are not prepared to have a child with. I don't know how many times I have to harp this, but y'all be getting mad about the aftermath when the addition already happened. You cannot be mad at the outcome when 2 consenting adults decided to do a thing knowing that there was a potential outcome. I think that y'all be forgetting that kids are potential when y'all have unprotected hunching, when in actuality y'all should be more scared about the STDs. But anyway, y'all be more scared. Y'all don't be as scared to catch anything. But anyway, so he didn't want the baby, right? And since then, even though he claims to love his child, which I can't confirm or deny because I'm not in their relationship, from the beginning, he showed her that he didn't want that baby. Why do I make that conclusion? Because 2 days after she gave birth, I don't remember if it was 2 days, 2 hours. It was either 3 hours, 3 days, 2 hours, or 2 days. But shortly after giving birth, this man left that girl in the hospital with their newborn to go get a tattoo. A half sleeve. Not with the baby's name, not with her name, not with "Can I marry you? Will you marry me?" He went and got nonsense tattoo. 2 days after your daughter is born, you go and lay on the table to be going and doing tattoo that will take at least 5 hours. Because my own tattoo took 1 hour. And it was just this little one. You see this little one? Just this little one. 1 hour. Almost 45 minutes. And he went and got 5 hour tattoo. And when she brought up the fact that he left her in the hospital, his reasoning was, there's nurses in the hospital taking care of you. I'm not the one that gave birth. This man literally said, I didn't have a baby. I didn't go through anything. So basically, why should I have to sit here? I'm going to do my own thing. You already had a baby. Thanks for having my child. Ladies, hear me and hear me well. We are the conduit to which life is brought into this world. Life cannot, no matter how much they try to do it. And again, I don't mean to be disrespectful. I'm not coming against nobody in their beliefs, whatever. But scientifically, women, biological women, are the only conduits in which a baby can come through. And so your uterus is literally, your uterus should be the most important organ on your body and should be the most guarded organ in your body. As a woman, you should not have a baby with a man who does not want to be a father, who does not want to have that baby, who will not potentially support you in having that baby. You shouldn't do it. You should not do it. Now, I understand pro-choice. I'm pro-choice. But when y'all be choosing to lay up with these men, knowing how they are, knowing who they are, knowing how they act, and then you bring a child into this world, I cannot support you. I cannot defend you. I cannot. Because there's another person in the middle of this, your child. And one day your child is going to wake up one day and realize, mommy and daddy didn't want to have me. Daddy didn't want me around. Mommy decided to keep me in this world even though daddy didn't want me. And now I have to move around the world knowing that my daddy hates me, knowing my dad don't want me. I mean, I think about, what's his name? What's his name? Ant on the Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards got a girl pregnant. Told the girl he ain't want the baby. Now, do I think that you can just do things in people and then decide, oh, I don't want to know? No, because you were also a consenting adult. But as a woman, as his baby mama, you had the baby after he said he didn't want it, right? Okay. Now you're mad he don't want to be in the life of the child. He's now paid you child support because that's his obligation. He don't want that baby. He don't want you in his life. You mad every time you see him taking care of his other baby because that's the baby he wanted. Now your daughter is going to grow up one day and she's going to read an article or she's going to hear about it that she was the baby whose daddy didn't want her, whose daddy sent 18 years of child support to the mama because I don't want that baby. How do you think your daughter is going to grow up feeling? What do you think your daughter's going to do? She's going to look for that void in men for the rest of her life. And so I digress, but I be trying to have compassion, but I just do not be understanding when y'all be doing this. Because you know the man that you're with. And while you can't know somebody 100%, before I have a child with somebody, first of all, before I even have unprotected hunting with somebody, best believe I know who you are. You ain't doing nothing in me unless I know who you are. But once again, everybody wasn't raised like that. Everybody wasn't raised like that. And now Jay wants to have another baby. Jay want to have another baby so much so that he basically threatened her and said, if you don't have another baby with me, this is done. Mind you, you wasn't even there to support her when she had the first baby, but you want another one. And that's why I be saying, I be wanting to know why men want to have kids with me. Like, as a man, if you tell me I want to have, you know what I'm saying, I want to have a baby, why? I want to have kids, why? Why do you want to have kids? Why? Because a lot of times these men, they just be wanting to look for something. They just be wanting to have somebody that has their last name. They want to continue their lineage. They call it legacy. I want to have a legacy. I want me a mini me. Not thinking about what the mother went through to conceive this child, what the mother did to bear this child, the fact that the mother has to deal with this child, because no matter what, no matter how involved your husband or your baby father is, as a woman, you're gonna bear most of the burden of the child. That's just what it is. That's the world we live in. That's what it is. You carry the child is literally yours. Yes, the baby came from the two of y'all, his sperm and your egg, but that baby took from your stomach. They took from your nutrients. You bore the baby. So now when the baby comes, you are going to deal with most of it. And so I'm so happy that Daisy said, you know what? Bump this. I don't want no more kids, especially not by you, because I saw what it was. And I think people have a right to change their mind. At one point in time, I wanted to have 5 kids. Baby, that number is significantly lower now. And when I have kids, I might be a one and done mom. I might be. It depends. I don't want to. I want to have at least 3. But baby, I don't know what life is going to be like when I have a child. And I think it's okay for somebody to say, things have changed. I now see what it's like to be a mother. I don't want to have 4 or 5 or 7 kids. I want to have 1. I want to have 2. So I'm happy that Daisy chose herself. Because I promise you, Jay would have kept on impregnating her and leaving her with them babies. Yeah. Yeah. So actually, I'm very happy that they broke up. Smartest couple on smartest person. Smartest person. But those are my thoughts. Yes, yeah. This show was, man, oh man, oh man. If you haven't watched Blue Therapy, go watch it. And I want to hear some men talk about their opinions on this show. Because there's no way that men really operate like this in real world. Because if they do,